Okay, so we're marking exercise 3. Kom oukies, dit is my moeilik om 'n fyn balans te kry tussen ek wil stadig genoeg werk dat julle verstaan en almal mooi by is. But we've got to go fast enough to keep up with all the other classes, né? So ek weet, ek sê mos baie keer gaan ek vinnig en dan sien ek, ooh, is lost. And then I backtrack a bit so ja. Ja, maar dan sê Boger op ek gaan vinnig en ek verloor die helfte van julle. Ja. No, we haven't. Ek het nou net gevra vir Snygaans ook, toe sê sy ook nee, sy het ook nog geen datum nie. She just said that she thinks Mr. Matthias is waiting for today. We have a staff meeting again. Don't let him and then probably they will be setting out final dates.
How ironic is it that the department head of maths of the Western Cape has math in his
It's quite cool. Okay, right. So let's look at 4.2. Okay, by 4.2, they said, remember, sine 20 is equal to A, né? And they wanted me to write everything in terms of A. Okay, so the first one was cos 70. Okay, now cos 70 is dieselfde as sin 20, and that is just A. Alright, so that was a nice and easy one. At 4.4, we've got sine 40. Okay, now, they're giving us a clue there. Hulle sê vir my gebruik dubbel hoeke. Met ander woorde, instead of saying sine 40, I'm going to say sine 2 times 20, né? I'm using double angles. Okay, nou dit kan ek bietjie gaan verder uitbrei. So dit is dieselfde as 2 sin 20 cos 20. Okay, now, immediately I can say that will be 2a, but this cos 20, I have got to go and change. So kyk gou weer. Die reël sê, nou dink ek gou terug na my identiteite, and we did I do it in front of everyone the other day? Huh? Okay, have a look. Our rule says the cos squared, can I talk about x? No? Is the same as 1 minus sine squared x. No, but I only want cos. So wat ek dan doen is ek sê, okay, get square root of that. Because then it will only be cos x. Nee, maar as ek dit aan daai kant doen, moet ek dit ook aan die kant doen. Okay, so because I'm getting the root of that, it will be cos x. So can you see I'm getting rid of that square? Nee, dis 'n blerrie lelike square daai. Maak so, dis hy. I'm getting rid of that. So cos x will be the same as 1 minus sine squared x, square root of that. Maak dit sin. Alright, so ek gaan nou net daar om so 'n bubbeltjie sit. En dan gaan ek vir jou dit hierso. That's what I'm going to do with this cos 20. Okay, so instead of cos 20, gaan ek skryf square root of 1 minus, en wat is sin kwadraat x? If that was sine squared 20, it would be a squared. Oh, okay, en toe ook by dit uitgekom. Well done, good. Okay, wie's nie by hierso nie? Ek sien vir jou Frans. Is jy fine? Huh? It's okay. Anyone else? You guys all good? Okay, right, so that was 4.4. Let's look at 4.7, yes. By 4.7, gee hulle vir my sin 80. Yeah. Okay. Now remember, I want to work towards sine 20. Okay, so dadelik 60 plus 20 will give me 80. Nee? And as soon as I've got 60, it means I'm going to use special angles. Nee. Okay, so kom ons sê sine 60 plus 20. You guys fine with that? Nou het ek 'n saamgestelde hoekie. So kom ons gaan skryf gou vir hom uit. So ek gaan hê sin 60 cos 20 because it's sine, the sign will stay the same. And then cos 60 sine 20. Everyone fine with that? Okay, nou sin 60 is mos dieselfde as square root 3 over 2. Cos 20, kyk gou weer hierso. I can draw that here. Using the same method there, né? So instead of cos 20, I'm going to say 1 minus a squared. Is julle nog reg? Plus cos 60 is hoeveel? 1/2 times and sine 20 is a. Okay, so jy kon 1/2 a gesê het, or you could have said a over 2. Same thing. Okay, any questions there?
Alsjeblieft kan jy 8/4 klas wat nou mandarijn net in die ander gee waar jy is, die 8/4 wat nou mandarijn het, skakel net by die kalkulator in.
Any questions? Okay, kan ek maar skip? Alright, now by number 5. At number 5, they asked me to use compound and double angle identities to prove the following. So hulle sê vir my sin x, ekskuus, sin 3x is gelyk aan om 3 sin x minus 4. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with the left-hand side, nee? Ek gaan werk met my linkerkant. It would not be wrong if you maybe worked with a... Is daar iemand wat met die regterkant gewerk het? Okay. Goed, so, sin 3x gaan ek eerder gaan sê, sin, and then x plus 2x. Nee, want nou het ek 'n saamgestelde hoek. Okay, so kom ons gaan brei hom gou uit. Dit beteken ek gaan hê sin x cos 2x, die teken bly dieselfde, cos x sin 2x. Is julle reg? Okay, now, the sin x I'm going to keep like it is, but this is a double angle. Nee. So hom gaan ek gaan skryf as 1 minus 2 sin kwadraat x. You guys, ja? That's fine, ja. Okay, maar jy het nou gehad sin 2x en dan cos x. Okay, en dan by die volgende, so jy moet nou eintlik kyk, jou nou gaan nou so wees, teenoor wat ek nou op die bord het. Okay. Goed. Plus. Okay, so cos x gaan ek gou net so hou. And then, this. I'm going to change again. I'm going to make that 2 sin x cos x. Okay. Is julle all right? Goed. Nou van daar af kan ek mos nou gaan inmaal. Want kyk gou-gou, what did we have on the right hand side? I had sin to the power of 3. Nee. So as ek dit nou gaan inmaal, gaan ek begin by my eksponente uitkom. So let's go multiply in. So sin x times 1 gave me just sin x. Sin x times minus 2 sine squared x will give me minus 2, sine to the power 3x. Nee, is julle nog reg? Okay, so cos x times 2 sin x cos x will become 2 sin x cos squared x. Is julle reg? So all I did is I multiplied it. Okay. Nou het ek hier 3 terme. Nee. Daai sin x lyk reg. Sin tot die mag 3x lyk reg. Sin x, but now I have a cos. En kyk gou, originally, like over here. Kan julle daai sien? Everything is in terms of sine. Nee. So this my clue dat ek wil nou vir hierdie ouetjie. I want to change that one as well. Okay. Right, so. Dis 2 sin x. En waarna toe gaan ek dit verander? Cos squared x is the same as 1 minus. So 1 minus sin squared x. Okay, nou weer eens gaan mal in. Okay, plus 2 sin x. En 2 sin x mal minus sin geef my minus 2 sin tot die mag 3 x. You guys all good with that? Okay, so kom ons gaan kyk gou vir gelyksoortige terme. I've got sin x plus 2 sin x. Can you see these two are like terms? And that will give me 3 sin x. Nee. Okay. Then, weet jy my wat se kleur om te vat hê? Can you see over here? These are like terms? Nee. So minus 2 sin tot die mag 3x, minus nog 2 sin tot die mag 3x, geef my minus 4, ander kleur. Minus 4 sin tot die mag 3x. En dit lyk dan nou soos my regterkant. You guys good? Okay. Oh, can I skip? Hoekom skud jy jou kop so, sister? Not good. Huh? What's wrong? It isn't fine. As jy jou kop so skud, is it nie fine nie. It's hard when you do it alone, you don't see it. Nee. Maar nou as jy dit hier kyk, then it makes sense. What helps is looking back at what we're working towards every time. And then, of dit gee vir my 'n clue met wat ek moet verander en wat ek moet manipuleer. Okay. Kan ek maar skip? Is julle alright? Okay, let's look at 5.2. Okay, by 5.2, hoeveel? Ag, ekskuus, 5.4. Ja, 5.4, dit is dit. Okay, so hulle het my gegee, 1 minus cos 4x is equal to 2 sin squared 2x, ja. Ons het die. Ek wil nou net gedoen het, te sê hulle vir ons het. Morgen.
Well, I didn't do anything, man. It was your call.
Cos 3x is gelijk aan cos x maal 1 minus 4 sin kwadraat x. Okay. Right. So, let's start with the left-hand side. Waarmee het julle gewerk? Links. Okay. Right. So, linkerkant. Kom. Okay. Okay. In plaas van cos 3x, gaan ek sê cos x plus 2x. It's the same as what we had just now. Nee. Alright, and that I can then write as cos x, cos 2x, and because it's cos, my sign was changed to a negative, sin x, sin 2x. Okay, goed. Wat gaan ons verander? See now I've got double angles. Where are my double identities? Hey. Okay, so the cos x gaan net so bly. What will I write instead of cos 2x? Onthou daar het jy mos nou 3 opsies gehad. Ek gaan nou gebruik 1 minus 2 sin kwadraat x. Okay, this sin x will stay like it is. And then the sin 2x, I'm going to change to 2 sin x cos x. Spasie, sorry. Sin x cos x. Okay, so next I'm just going to go and multiply in. So cos x maal 1, geef my daai cos x. En cos x maal dit, geef my minus 2 sin kwadraat x cos x. Okay, minus sin x times that will give me minus 2 sin squared x cos x. Is julle nog reg? Okay, now, what do you guys see? What's the same in all of them? Cos, that's right. And, kyk gou, as jy gaan terugkyk weer eens, nee, have a look. They eventually want me to take out cos x. En kyk hierso, cos x, cos x, cos x. So kom ons haal vir cos x gou uit as a common factor, which means I'm going to have 1 minus 2 sin squared x minus 2 sin squared x. There. Okay. Hello. Is reg, thanks. Okay. And then these two are like terms. So minus 2 sin squared x minus another 2 sin squared x will give me minus 4 sin squared x. And that looks like the right-hand side. Julle reg? So sê dit weer agtige gegilkie. Oh my hat.
I got it right though.
Stop jy? Waar stop jy? Waar's iewers? Ja.
You're in right side.
Ooh, waar stop jy? Count the equal signs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Ooh, Lulus. See, that's the point where you go look back at what they want you to work towards. Nee. Ek weet dit lyk woes. Okay. Kan ek maar skip? Is jy reg? Seker maar nie. Huh? Kon jy dit doen? Sê gou maar nou dat ek dit so gedoen het, verstaan jy of maak dit jou sin of nie? Okay. Robin, jy? Okay. Kyk, hy man front so en hy kyk sommer weg dat ek net nie met hom moet praat nie. Kan ek maar skip? Okay, 5.4. Kom ons kyk gou hierso. 1 minus cos 4x is gelyk aan 2 sin kwadraat 2x. So again, I'm going to work with the left-hand side, nee, want that 4x, I see I can make it double angles. Nee. So, linkerkant is gelyk aan 1 minus, and then instead of saying cos 4x, I'm going to say cos 2 times 2x. Nee. Okay, en dit kan ek dan gaan verander. En nou kyk gou hier. Because that whole thing is more than one term, I'm going to put it in brackets. Want daai minus gaan dit alles beïnvloed. Nee, this minus in front of it is going to influence everything. So instead of cos 2 times that angle, I'm going to say 1 minus 2 sine squared 2x. Verstaan julle? Okay, now I've got to get rid of that bracket. So basically multiply in the minus. Dan raak dit minus 1 en plus 2 sin kwadraat 2x. Okay, and 1 minus 1 left my 0. So the only thing that's left is the 2 sine squared 2x. And that is what we had on the right-hand side. Okay, maar nou sien, I'm assuming most of you forgot about those brackets. Nee, en toe gooi dit vir jou heeltemal uit, because then your ones didn't cancel out and give you 0. Nee. You can, ja? Ja. Ja. Hier het toetsie hierso, which I don't know the date of yet. But
Yeah, what's all the big answers?
dit wat ek weet is dit wat jy hier sien. I know it's going to be a test and it's going to be 50 marks. That's it. And obviously we're gonna write about what we've done so far. En ons moes eintlik Vrydag hierdie afgehandel het. Die versnygans is gelukkig ook nog besig. Because from here on we've got to do 2D and 3D angles of trig. Tweede en 3D. Het julle nie verlede jaar dalk bietjie geraak daaraan nie? It's where you've got a angle of elevation and angle of depression. Daar. Ja. Right. Die wat? The tree must fall. Ja, dis altyd so 'n snaakse vraagie. Okay, kom ons kyk gou-gou 6.1. No one was still copying there, right? Okay, so at number 6, nou die wind het my gewaai. Number 6, they said prove that sin 3x over sin x minus cos 3x over cos x is equal to 2. Okay. Goed. Obviously you can't work with the right hand side want daar is net 'n enkele getalletjie, né? So ons gaan werk met linkerkant, so left hand side, nee toe. Okay. I've got two fractions. Luister gou. Ek het twee breuke, né? Common denominator. Thanks. So I'm going to make my denominator sin x cos x. Okay, goed. So hier gaan ek hê cos x sin 3x minus sin x cos 3x. Good. Goed. Ek gaan nou net bo die breek verander. Okay, so that cos x is going to stay like it is. Kyk gou hier. Ek kan hom vir jou so, ja, ek hoor hom. Mooi. Okay. You could, kyk gou hier, x, 3x, x, 3x. Nee? En 'n sin cos, cosan. Ag, cos, ja, cosan. Sin, cos, cosin. Nee? So, that is my double angle, nee, of sine 2x. There's sin 3x, sine must be the same, so minus x, which means that's sine 2x. Julle, hierdie ding gooi my allerhande snaakse. Daar sê. Op sin x cos x. Okay. Hey, nou, hierdie deel. So, who got up until there? Okay. Ek wil nou net sê, nou hierdie deel is nou die moeilike stukkie. Because, look at the bottom part. Doesn't it look, okay, familiar? Dit lyk soos wat? Ja, maar hoe moet hy eintlik lyk? Ek soek 'n 2 vooraan. Nee. Ek wil hê 2 sin x cos x. But I can't just say times 2, want dan verander ek die hele vergelyking. So as ek dit wil doen, moet ek ook sê gedeel deur 2. Nee, do you remember that? Okay, so eintlik is daai dieselfde as en ek dink ons het so enetjie verlede week gedoen. Helfte van sin 2x. Nee, want kyk gou hier. That would give me sin 2x. Nee. Maar we said because I multiply with 2 there, I have to divide by 2. Nee, en dis waar ek kom aan die 1 over 2. Ja, ons kom nog daar. Okay, so now sin 2x will cancel out. So technically at the top there's a 1, nee? And 1 divided by half gives me 2. Kom, kan ek hom so skryf? 1 over a half. And that is 2. Do you understand how I got there? Weet nog sê nou, wat die deel? Okay, was jy fine met hierdie?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not time for the announcements.
Okay, kyk gaan net na die swart, nee? Ons het net gehad sin x cos x. Nee, maar dit lyk baie na aan een van my identiteite, wat eintlik moet wees 2 sin x cos x. Nee, okay, so wat ek nou daar gedoen het, is ek het dit 2 gaan maal met 2, wat mos nou nie eintlik al mag wees nie. Nou, as daar 2 vooraan staan, dan is dit dieselfde as sin 2x. Maar om daai 2 weer uit te kanselleer, sien jy hier in geel sê ek gedeel deur 2. So 1, luister, so kyk gou daai, geef my die half sin 2x, is jy fine? Okay, dan sit ek hom daar in. Nou gaan jy sien, okay, so hier staan ons eintlik 'n 1. So 1 op 'n half, en dit geef my 2.